It is a Casa Friday today, 8:03 p.m. Eastern, March 12th. On this day in particular, here in the East Coast, where I reside in Boston, where I imagine the Casa is for my sake, it was a delightful, sunny, breezy day, and we all opened up our windows, letting the air flow through. This is a fighting game house. Freyon could smell the fighting game air from that window we opened in the Casa from miles and miles away, even across the Atlantic Ocean. So Freyon is joining us in the Casa tonight. Freyon, what's up?
Well, if you're opening the window, it's quite cold here, so it's -10. So it's not. I'm not that live.
Yeah,
So I'm keeping
Celsius.
I'm keeping the window closed, but I'm just imagining the fighting game smells.
Yes, please do. We all miss offline dearly. Just before this tournament opened up, Fran and I were actually talking about some of the silly and sometimes unfortunate or annoying parts of old offline events. Tables collapsing, different players rushing out of the room with their setup and accidentally taking out the entire electricity outlet power cord with them, streams getting
Yeah,
unplugged. Here at the
yeah,
Casa, we're running online. We don't have to worry about any of that. It's luxury and convenience provided to you by the staff, bracket runners, streamers, and commentators putting on this show tonight. Now, most important part of the show, one group I left out. That's the players. Our first two are loading in along with their character choices right now. I was so immersed in
yeah.
my own intro, I didn't even see them, but I think I heard you talk about them, Freyon. Who are they?
Well, it was going to be Adam RPC and Chun Nation, so it's going to be URIEN versus Chun. We're talking about. I think Chun Nation was also playing Lucia.
That's right.
I told you guys that it's not a good look when you are cheating on your main.
Yeah, it isn't. And if your name is based on the character that you play, as it seems to be with Chun Nation, then you're definitely cheating. I mean, that character is in your online tag namesake. Adamar named himself after his real life name, presumably, but I've only seen this man playing Urien since season 1. He is a loyalist, no cheating. I don't
Yeah.
even know who he played before Urien came out.
Well, who's the biggest gorilla in season one before? In season one
Uh,
before, maybe Nekali.
Nikali, definitely. I would say
Yeah.
so. But with Urien, you don't have as much in the way of defensive fortress options. No 3-frame, no fast wake-up invincible move, but you gain all kinds of offensive
Yeah.
potential and sequence-making ability.
Yeah. But
And so
Chun Nation has a good lead here. The mirror's out.
Look at this.
Actually, that's the second mirror.
Yeah.
And Chun Nation has actually survived the worst part of the Urien's office, so yeah, we're going. Oh, okay, that's gonna be death. Oh, doesn't get the combo though.
Yeah,
That is.
she's newly +4 off of that Hazanshi
Yep.
link from V-Skill 2. It's a big buff. Maybe not as familiar with the execution of that combo. Could win with chip here. Oh, V-Reversal's actually here for Urien. Not
Yep.
any quick way out here. It has to be raw chip, but he has headbutt and super himself. Instead, it
Yep.
comes with a heavy punch that's old, reliable for Chun-Li. Always expected to come.
Okay.
And I have to say, that one might have been buffered into super regardless, even with
Yep.
V-Reversal on deck.
Both have a full bound deck though.
With punish from crouch,
Yeah.
medium punch.
Yeah. That's.
And Chun demonstrating how to anti-air effectively with a heavy kick normal. That's what Urien has to bring out for the cross-up jumps, but Chun with her floaty jump is able to float above Adamar, create a bit of a scramble situation. But now we return to the blue line.
That's a good jump in though, and gets the combo this time.
And what a massive buff to Chun's full jump in damage.
And do the super. Okay, there we go. And that's gonna be the first match.
I just did the math. There were 21 hits in that combo before Chun's V-Trigger 1 super added another 37 for 58 hits total. That's about the record I typically see for combo hit length in Street Fighter. And it feels even longer if you're Adamar on the receiving end of that one, wondering just when this hit stun will end, when you finally get to play again. But she builds so much meter during these combos that with Hazanshu, allow her to get another big chunk before getting a chance to super. So her likelihood to convert on long combos into super from far away hits is so much higher with this V-Skill 2 choice.
Yeah, and I mean, the only thing that's weird to me is that in every other game, the Hazanshu is an overhead, right?
Yeah, not here. Just
And
throw bait still.
yeah,
Thing
so
is,
now
Urien also loves his throw bait. We can see him going for that heavy kick on off
yeah,
night.
and he excited, but
Yeah. But yeah, Adamar's pulling his hurt box back when he uses those heavy kicks. And you can see him applying Grey Life with it in mix-up situations, or when Aegis is there for the shield.
ooh, good jump in though, and that's gonna be death.
It is eternally true that the panic that ensues after taking a full jump in combo is like nothing else
Yeah.
in any fighting game.
Okay. Not quite in range for that, but
Chun, one of the last characters able to anti-air with lights in this game at all. It's gotten harder over the seasons, including in this patch, but it's still sufficing pretty fine against the regular Urien jump-ins.
there's
Knee
a
will be
lot
a problem.
there's a lot of Street Fighter 4 in Chun, I think. Like she can do lights into mediums, which is a privilege in this game.
Yes, certainly is. And with V-Trigger 2 available, excuse me, V-Trigger 1 available, she can do anything into anything, because there's bonus hit stun for everything. It kind of reminds me of that new
Oh
V-Trigger.
no, and that's gonna be match point for Chun Nation there.
They've played medium-paced rounds all the way through, but
Yeah.
if Chun Nation is able to win one more, I mean, I think that's a 4-1 round score for the set, which seems real fast. It's all on Adamar to make the most.
Oh no.
And
okay. Yes, I was kind of thinking of getting a stun there, but just a bit of just a sliver.
yeah, looking for that cheeky stun, but remember, everybody's stun values were raised in this patch. Not as many people just dying from one-hit scale stun combos. Oh, but anti-air into super! This is the combo that we're dying with regardless of the season. It's a great choice to finish out Adamar with style. Chun Nation advances, continuing through winners, a loyal to the strongest woman of the world, and that's exactly what Chun Nation made her look like. We're all members of the Chun Nation for right now, at least if you're in winner's bracket, potentially fighting Chun Nation in round 2. Adamar gets a chance to get their money's time's worth out of the tournament. Not money, this is free. And they get a chance to free up the opponents down there. A nice long path for them lies ahead. How many entrants we got tonight? Let's mathematically calculate how many players they'll have to play if
We
they win
don't
this
need. We have 39.
Excellent. I love a commentator with a good memory. I count on them for everything.
Well, thankfully, Challenge just tells me outright we have 39 players.
Excellent. Happy to see it. That's a nice odd number. Somebody got a buy today. I'm sure they're thankful for it. Round that up to 40 though. It's encouraging to see so many people coming out swinging across the Casa. Glass shattering, smell erupting out of the windows of every Casa resident's bedroom. Fighting games are happening here, folks. They're happening all across the country, even in the online circumstances we've come to optimize the hell out of in our time.
Well, we're gonna be enjoying the online for at least this year, so it's gonna be.
One thing I've seen proliferate pretty widely in the online era is the online tournaments that former locals are putting on. All have these Matcherino pages now, and so all of you using Casa SF547 as your coupon code up at the contribute button at the top right of our Matcherino page will be able to donate 50 cents to our prize pool for free. By our prize pool, I mean it is yours too. You might be a frequent viewer of the stream, a resident in our bracket tonight, a commentator who's just remembering to do it now. I mean, I'm typing in mine as we speak.
For sure. So we have Shulks versus Mugetsu TV. And Mugetsu TV is looking like he's a real player. Ryu has gotten massive buffs for this season.
Yeah,
people are really liking him.
We know his wrath for sure. Be on the lookout for always getting sweet Tatsu Okizeme.
Yeah.
Finding EX wall bounces off of Donkey Kick from low medium kick is a huge one.
You can still go for the classic mix-up dash DP or dash throw. That's an option. That's always an option.
Always viable too is dash in, dash out into heavy punch, which is now cancelable even outside of the V-Trigger 1 state. and be trigger 2 state. It's a nice crush counter you can launch with. Find some good damage in the corner with that one. And Ryu's dash has always been so potent for setting up those kind of panic instinct throw techs. You can dash right out with the quickness. Be on the lookout for Light Kick, of course. 4-framer. No doubt we'll be seeing that used plenty of times in punish situations. Or even just to check movement, prevent people from moving forward and give them something to walk into or dash into.
Okay. We'll get Stevie's back. We're still waiting for his opponent.
I would watch Mugetsu on TV. Mugetsu, you know, it seems like every time you got a player with a Japanese word in their tag, they always play Shotos. They're like absolute Street Fighter purists. They embody those other principles that you see a lot of the Shoto players show, you know. They got Satsui no Hado, Mugetsu, Misatsu is one that I think Akuma says a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Ryu's interested in any of those, though. He's neither a Satsui no Hado user nor a Misatsu. It's really just going to be fireballs, a 16-frame dash. I mean, those are the evil powers that he can tap into, and nobody will fault him for it. Ryu's out here telling you he's the honest warrior traveling along the path of life, and then he 16-frame dashes at you.
Yeah.
Now,
it's the power of emptiness that Goken taught him. So that's
yes, it's the power of emptiness extends into the power of empty dash, empty jump low. Nobody's
empty brain.
Yeah, empty brain. Just press light kick, no cancel, nothing. Contest the movement.
You've seen those clips where this guy is quickly gaining notoriety. This guy called Osman Lee, who you see there's some clips where he does mid-screen sweep, and this guy, and I think it was Pax who was trying to jump over him, and he manages to parry his jump in and then get a combo, which was there's a couple of clips of him now, so he's quickly gaining some kind of notoriety in the EU scene.
With enough empty sweeps, empty jumps, and empty dashes, eventually this will translate into an empty life bar, either for you or your opponent.
Yeah,
you're an explosive Ryu coming swinging out the gates of Season 5. I mean, you're excited to play either way, no matter what the outcome is.
Well, that's kind of a way to play as well. Yeah, either you die or I die. So
we flip the coin, you know? Yeah, there's always guesses embedded in the game. I mean, sometimes it's rock, paper, scissors, so there's an illusion of choice in the guess, right?
Yeah.
But good old coin toss, I'm fine with too. I play grapplers.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Honda player, so I still have the option of doing hands. So it's still rock, paper, scissors. So I don't need to guess with just command throw and getting killed by trying to command throw and you're neutral jumping. I still have hands.
With Honda, as I recall, it's always paper in his rock, paper, scissors because he's always just sticking out hands or with a full hand grabbing you by the head and Oicho throwing you. But that happens a lot less frequently than just getting... I suppose his rock is butt slam because it's certainly rock hard. Getting crashed upon by those cheeks that rain down from the sky. Flurrying with EX orange particle effects all over my head. Wow, this is such a Season 5 battle between two franchise mascot titans who are now super buffed in the new season.
Yeah. So it's going to be Alex, right? I hope so.
That's right. Would you go ahead?
I was just thinking. Well, we were talking about grapplers, so that's one option.
Alex is an option, and he's a lot more viable of a grappling option now that he can actually use his command grab a little bit more effectively off of things like his stand medium punch, which formerly was +1 on block, and didn't even frame trap into his command grab, which was a 6-frame command grab.
Yeah.
His EX is 5 frames, so you could use that against 4-frame characters only. But more rewarding frame traps that you can also frame trap into your command grab with is huge. I mean, medium punch is functioning like his lariat does now, but with much less
Yeah.
pushback. So you're rewarded for being in closer range and using that rushdown button. And you can even tick throw from further away. Now that his light power bomb is slower but has huge range, you can do 2 lights on block into a command grab for a viable mix-up choice.
It's slow and in 9 frames, I think.
Yes, exactly. That's right. 3 frames slower.
Yeah, so we do have the Red Earth Leo costume here on deck.
Yeah, must be feeling like a lion. Benefited by
and
buffs.
Shocks and Shocks has been he's been feeling himself like oh no, and that's gonna be death. Yeah, power bomb.
That must be that new light power bomb. You see how far that reached from, really showing Mugetsu the value of these new changes. Another one. This is Deja Vu. Crush counter heavy kick to start off the round. No V skill 2 ready this time. Fortunate back throw for Mugetsu, who really needs to mount some offense here and get into this game.
Yep. Forward throw again.
That's exactly what Mugetsu's done. Risk-free EX fireball toss.
Ooh, get swept. And we're switching sides.
Trying very hard to avoid the side switch circumstances. That's right, Ryu Tatsu out of the corner. It's a classic. Gotta be ready to deal with it.
Yeah, get a good confirm. And Mugetsu still needs 1 good hit here.
With that chip now, a throw will kill on its own.
What?
1 guess for the game.
That's gonna be the hyper bomb.
That's right. EX is called Hyper Bomb, and it does a whole front flip before Alex brings you crashing down into the steel gray floors of the grid 2. I think we had 2 instances of deja vu in that round in that game. The first was each round opening with crush counter heavy kick, and the second was each round ending with a long range power bomb choice from a walk. Someone who's flexible with their command grab use and not just always tick throwing or frame trapping into them is a grappler you have to be very, very scared of. And this guy knows how to walk, and you can tell he's making use of Alex's newly buffed walk speed.
Ooh, okay,
that's strange for the character overall.
He's been just. Oh, and there's the crush counter.
The boot is the projectile.
And Shocks is just satisfied. You can see him just okay. I'm just gonna walk back and forth.
Yeah, and that's just as likely to come out as anybody else's VT activation. Boot is proving to be a really difficult projectile. Yes.
The backdrop.
Meterless combo to kill with too. You see that win pose very often from Alex players who only use that backdrop when it will kill. There's not much Oki afterwards, so keep that in mind and look out for the standing reset opportunity that Alex's VT1 has always provided.
Shocks is walking, dashing forward.
Yet Shocks unchecked on the dash as well, able to tick throw immediately afterwards. Empty jump throw! We were talking about the power of happiness.
Oh no.
And it's an empty V shift away, no break. Not trying to build that V bar back.
Shocks is activating. There we go, there's a throw.
Another thing, demonstrating the long throw range of Alex now. He has the biggest in the game, more than Bison.
Well, and that's gonna be even. Oh no, that's more. Entire with the knees.
And it's a raw knee. Not going to mess around with crouch heavy punch. You know, it's slow. You're not trying to get counter hit into some kind of Ryu comeback and get clipped on Twitter. No, it is EX knee. Using the immunity, even from real far away, catching a neutral jump instead of a forward one. That takes awareness preparation, and it shows that Shocks is looking for it. Same way they were in tune with everything that Mugetsu was trying to do throughout the entirety of that 2-0 set. Congrats to Shocks for winning it in a relatively dominant fashion. And reinvigorating the spirit of the Alex Nation. We got Chun representing Chun Nation, represented by Chun Nation today. But the Alexes, I'm sure, are coming in strong this year. I'm on the lookout for Shocks. I'm on the lookout for players like Prototype, Gunfight, Twisted Rivera. A lot of those players used to all have to substitute with other characters to co-main with. Even a relatively local Alex player, Jipita Boss, played Alex and
Yeah.
Falk. Maybe this season it's an all Alex season. Who knows?
Well, I mean, Falk also got some good buffs, so who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. Everyone's rich now.
Yeah.
The disparity has been worked on with very precise intentions. Small changes all add up when combined together. And I think this balance philosophy that Capcom has eventually inherited is pretty good. I quite like it. Every time a Street Fighter patch comes out, I'm rarely angry.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to do a bit of a technical break here, but I'll be back in 2 minutes or so. So there's one thing.
In the meantime, I am more than happy to shout out the Matcherino. This is a great way for me to spend about 15 seconds out of those 2 minutes. Let me take a look at this bracket and do some foreshadowing for you. Should I place my bets? We doing polls this time in the stream? Any live inquiries with our audience? I'll take a look at the audience now. Oh yeah, a lot of Matcherino supporters in here. I see BB but W Messiah in the Twitch chat. I believe they're going to be in our stream presentation in just a jiffy. This is the return of Abigail to the Casa stream. I haven't seen him in a long time. I'm happy to welcome him back. We built a 9-foot tall door just for him, just so you know. All Abigails are welcome. And just like that, I've finally found the bracket. We saw in winners, round 3, we have Lizard Man, who beat Urban Lee, the Seth player. They're about to play Hard Man, who we know as URIEN, and I think also Zeku. Very hard characters to beat, piloted by Hard Man, matching his namesake with his character choices. All men, too. I don't know who entered as Balrog's Panties, but they seem to do that pretty frequently. They beat Zonk Muscle, a Cody player. We like to see grace our stream sometimes. So that's winners round 3 for them as well. And Pollinator, Fang player, always pollinating the skies. That purple stuff that Fang likes to throw is also in winners. Down the line, they could play Sabo, Mika player, long-time Mika player, who I think is feeling pretty good about the season, trying out the new defensive mechanics. They benefit grapplers more than anybody, to be honest. Having an invincible reversal has always been good, but having an invincible, potentially safe on block reversal with V-Shift, I mean, that changes everything for the characters that otherwise had no option outside of Super.
There's also characters like Menat.
That's right.
Well, yeah, so Menat was kind of SOL with the reversals, but now she does have an invincible reversal at least.
Yeah, if you remember at the Last Chance qualifier for Capcom Cup in LA a couple years ago, ZJZ versus Danka Diaz was grand finals to my knowledge, and ZJZ with Manat piloted like 3 or 4 Wake Up Supers to success.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Wake Up Super being the only invincible option you have works to condition people into never respecting your Wake Up option because you usually don't have meter for it or aren't spending meter. So influencing people's habits is it.
Yeah, but with the Manat, I think Manat, she does her use for meter is such that you do get super quite a bit, quite often with her.
Definitely, you only spend EX on those more costly full combo confirms.
Yep.
And who needs those? I mean, we're playing Manat. You're throwing the ball. You're kicking the ball up there.
Yeah.
Specifically right there where my light is. I almost punched it and started a fire. Casa house fire, that'd be a first time thing. I would hate to invite you all to that. I say please wait, and because they asked politely, we choose to do so.
Yeah.
In the meantime, though, we can introduce Lizard Man, and
so Rage Demon has been subscribed with Prime here. Thanks for him.
Always appreciate it. March 12th, 2021. Don't you forget it. Cody?
Oh, Cody. Oh, and that's another character that has been buffed off the wazoo.
Absolutely. You'll see a ton in the way of like powerful combo choices the character can make, especially the more flashy juggles. He just has even more of them now. They take meter and resources, and we're not there yet.
Yeah.
So let's focus on where we are now. In the corner, Crouch Fierce
Yeah.
fought their
Ooh.
way there valiantly, and a full jump
and
in to
that's a good
cement
jump.
position.
And now it's really looking bad for C-Mac here. Gets an anti though. Switches sides.
Yes. Maybe he messed up the input for command grab there. Got a jump back kick instead of the half circle back kick they probably wanted for command grab. That functions as 3-frame wake up, and it has such high priority now. Can even beat fierce normals as meaties, so be on the lookout for pocket sand. Projectiling it's a safe choice. Crouch Fierce made that in an instant. Knew that they didn't need anything significant. They didn't need to rush down their way to victory. Just one hit was all that was needed. Projectile and a low medium kick is it.
That's good.
Powerful whiff punish from C-Mac. Crouching normal's a great choice. Looked like it might have gone under.
And slightly risky V-skill one, but worked out.
Headbutt did 300 damage thanks to the Grey Life. I was wondering what C-Mac's plan was with all that Grey Life. Typically, the best way to save Grey Life is running a long offensive sequence just to make sure you don't get touched.
Good whiff punish. And looking good. Oh, there's the mirrors. And this is looking bad. Goes for a reset. No. In the corner.
Crouch Fierce spent the 2-bar combo when Super was available for a kill. Unfortunately for them, that means we're still fighting here, and C-Mac gets another chance to make the most of it. Maybe a throw, a low medium, a combination of both. Yeah, I'm surprised that Crouch Fierce wasn't cognizant of the meter, and that's in those circumstances. Everybody loves the URIEN 2-bar combo. It's very stylish. Not many URIENs go for it. So normally I thank people who do it, but in that case, Super was definitely the choice to kill.
And a good punish for the V-skill. You shouldn't get to do those for free.
No free zonks either. Crouch Fierce always make sure to be aggressive, checking the options after the negative zonk. Throwing was the most aggressive option, and it worked just there. Maybe Crouch Fierce is working their way towards a shimmy game, but just throw too. Max space coral kick. And just like that, cross up towards the corner. Can C-Mac make anything of it?
Ooh,
not this
that looks
time.
bad. Yeah.
Crouch Fierce does just as well killing you at mid-screen as the corner. I thought that maybe with a V-trigger activation, C-Mac would have a chance to make the most of Crouch Fierce potentially cornering themselves, but URIEN players are pretty squirrely. It's hard to pin them down once you have a chance to get them there. You have to act instantly and try and read whatever option they choose to escape. And Violent's knee drop is one of the most frequently chosen choices among those corner escapes. Tiny on the whiff recovery, huge hitbox that's difficult to anti-air.
I mean, they did increase the whiff recovery on those knee drops though. That's what I've been hearing, at least local URIENs complain about. That they are not.
Yeah, they complain about that, like the Seth players complain about axe kick potentially being negative from all height orientations.
Ooh, and that's not good. The whip. Okay, then just get the back spray though, and get the back throw from the string. Now we're in the corner.
That one's plus. C-Mac taking the first chance.
Oh, what a trade! Oh, that's bad. That's gonna be death. Yeah.
A foregone conclusion the moment the Aegis was activated mid-combo. I think in the trade circumstance, both players were a little bit hesitant, not swinging immediately after. In a trade, I usually like to try to be the one to force the mix-up, even if it's not scientifically real and I have no idea what it'll be. You just gotta show that you're fearless. No space for fear in the local politics of Metro City.
Crush counter, quite. Was already canceling into EX Zonk, but we're doing it.
And a
still has another Vera though.
The second overhead work when the first was blocked.
Oh no. Yeah, there we go.
Crouch Fierce asks you to make sure that you're blocking overhead both times. A late V skill provides a miraculous opportunity for C-Mac.
And that's looking good.
Looking for...
Oh, okay, yeah.
There were a couple chances where CMAC could VT activate into a combo for a kill there, including off the low medium kick.
Not quite sure what the Crouch was doing there. He did get hit counter hit after the EX dunk.
Yeah, didn't lose any meter though, so
Yeah.
no EX tackle or anything. But on the verge of losing life, CMAC with a huge reversal of fortune compared to the previous.
He's close.
Oh, it was so close, but now it's so far. I mean, for all we know, now CMAC could be on the verge of getting stunned. A full punish against V-Shift. Crouch Fierce just on the verge of building Aegis. Can find it with a little... Oh, maybe won't need it.
Oh, and counter stun. And that's gonna be death. So close. So close.
Aegis-less comebacks from URIEN. Don't underestimate them. Character will always be hit confirming into huge damage. He builds his charges naturally in combo. And so Crouch Fierce demonstrates just how naturally the URIEN player can achieve victory over anybody else if they're not prepared. CMAC might have some time in losers to continue Cody's electoral campaign. This time he'll be the challenger rather than the incumbent. So we wish him well, as with the rest of the Metro City residents. Speaking of Metro City, one potential resident of it by namesake is Metro M, a Street Fighter V Vega player. Really prefers the prettier characters rather than ugly Metro City folks, like poor old Abigail with his maple leaf on his head.
What? You think? I mean, Cody is kind of
Oh yeah.
good looking, relatively speaking.
Oh yeah, Cody's definitely conventionally attractive. I mean,
And
you
we
remember
have
his reveal
Lucia.
trailer?
We have Lucia. She's kind of good looking.
And Poison too, definitely. So I think Abigail might be the exception rather than the rule. Either way, I'm sure Metro could have a space there, maybe in Cody's neighborhood if you impress him well enough with your performance against whoever else we got coming up next. I'll check the bracket and look for.
Abigail is pretty looking if you don't consider him a human. He's a truck, right?
Yes, he's one of the most beautiful trucks that I've ever laid my eyes upon.
So who's facing Metro M today? Mix, PC Mix, and
where is this action going down anyway? I'm looking through winners and I see. PC Mix. Okay, cool. Winners round 2. All right, this will determine who plays Balrog player, who I mentioned earlier.
yeah.
I think that might be Brian. I don't know. Oh no, I think it's You know what? I'm gonna wait and not make any guesses.
Would Brian F joke like this?
No chance. That's what I'm saying. But I'm definitely getting bodied by not saying the real text.
It's not Smug either. Smug is too presidential for that, right?
Mm-hmm. Could be Nightmare Effect.
Nightmare Effect. I thought Nightmare Effect was in the last bracket, and and the Balrog's Panties was also in the last bracket. So
that must be it.
Clearly two different players.
Yeah. Okay. Either way, I assume a great deal of experience because they continue to blast through winners. Oh, Mix showed up this time, but now we're just waiting on Metro. I'm trying to think about potential matchups. Now seeing that Migs is playing Laura, we know that the Vega players have always struggled against the more rushdown focused characters in the game, and Laura as a hybrid between conventional rushdown and being a grappler can be extra devastating for a character like Vega, who I'm not sure benefits as much from V-Shift, given that his V-Skill 2 was a very frequent choice for being an frame 1 invincible dodge that can potentially build you V-meter and be used as an advantageous V-trick or cancel with the chunk of V-meter that it builds you on hit or on block. I mean, compared to spending V-meter for the defensive option with V-Shift, I don't know if that's as attractive, but I'll leave it to Metro to demonstrate for me what situations call for V-Shift and which call for the V-Skill 2, which I know that Metro took great advantage of on their way to qualifying for Capcom Cup last year, among many other Vega players suddenly having a lot more success than they previously had thanks to buffs as well as mostly V skill 2 being an excellent choice, complementing Vega in tons of matchups. Honda
Yeah.
team is blasting on stream right now. I feel
Yeah.
like the Honda Sento is such a party that I only wish Honda weren't also invited to. You know what
Why the hate?
I mean?
There wouldn't be any Honda Cento without Honda.
That's true. He did name it. I assume he owns it, cleans it, takes care of it. He's really
Yeah.
kind in his story mode, so it's difficult to hate him as a personality. But here
Yeah.
in the Casa, we know Honda as a Kappa just as often as we know him as a man, thanks to the costume choices of players like Marvisto who play Honda,
Yeah.
and always find a new ugliest color for an ugly costume in the game. Sorry if I'm
Yeah.
harping on the ugly theme here tonight in my commentary.
Yeah,
Roasting
well,
Abigail and Kappa Honda.
Yeah, well, Kappa Honda is cool, especially the PC yellow color. That's my favorite one.
Ah, yeah, Marvisto's used that one for sure. We've seen that. Yeah. Yeah, that color
Right.
like really ruins my night every time I see it. And then you can use the costume code to make his like human head pop out.
Well,
have him
yeah, that's.
with the
I actually
inexplicable
don't
hay
do
down
that.
below.
I actually don't do that often, but it's somehow even uglier than his regular the regular Kappa costume.
Yeah, I only bust that out when I have lost the first game and lost the first round of the second game, and I need some kind of awakening before I get eliminated or put in losers. And that's with costume codes in general. I am not a Honda player, so I can't speak to if I've done that with that costume in particular. With that costume in particular, I would do the gentlemanly thing and just disconnect my console real quick and pick a new costume before loading it up and showing it to the people. Especially if I were on stream, you know. We don't want to have to tell people to avert their eyes.
Oh, well, it's one of the prettiest costumes in the game. After, let's see. Well, there's which one? Oh, there's Lucia's new swimsuit. So that's top 2 costumes in the game.
You know, I'm not sure I've seen that one, but it's funny how the swimsuits come out in spring rather than summer.
Well, you have to buy them before summer, right?
Ah, yeah, that's true. As we dream and imagine a delightful summer, you don't want to be missing it on the day where you can finally swim for the first time. That like 80-degree Fahrenheit, 28 Celsius day. I think that math might have translated generally, but I'm gonna look it up now just out of curiosity. Ooh, 28 Celsius is 82 Fahrenheit. Okay, not too bad. I make no praise for Fahrenheit. However, it was instilled to me since birth, and so I feel it in my bones when I feel the temperature. And I can only apologize on my nation's behalf to the rest of the world and any other international Casa residents outside the US who know how to count with Celsius or use the metric system.
I forget the algorithm. So it was something like the Celsius times 5, and then you divide it by 2, and then you add something. Was it 14 degrees or something? I forget.
And you know, amazing that you know that there is an algorithm for finding Fahrenheit from Celsius just to cater to some fools from the United States that aren't willing to just learn a system based on tens and zeros.
But I know there's an algorithm, and I know it has something to do with a 5 and a 2, and then you add something to it.
Okay.
But I forget what the exact algorithm was.
You must be just like 1 or 2 steps off from the end of the algorithm then. You got the 5 and the 2. And I'm actually just 4 clicks away from finishing a new Maturino survey. Let's talk to the people about G Fuel. This one's 3 clicks. Have you experienced G Fuel before? I'm going to say no. Do you know if any physical stores near you sell G Fuel? I'm gonna say
No.
yes. I know that they don't sell G Fuel, so I guess that's
Okay.
a no to their question. Have I shopped online for drinks that I like? Also no. So that's 3 no's to the G Fuel survey this week. But at the end of clicking it, I have added 30 cents to our prize pool. I just did that
Okay.
live in real time, folks. And look, we're not sponsored by G Fuel personally. We're just using
Yeah.
Maturino. So say what you want. You know, be as honest with them as you need to be. I have seen a couple FGC folks get pretty turned up on G Fuel. Yipes and Chris Matrix come to mind at like ECT 2016, but I haven't personally tried it myself.
I'm not even sure they sell it in Euro. That's the thing.
I see.
If they
Wait.
do.
So
if
yeah,
they do.
there's no malice when you honestly answer their survey, Freyon, and say no, no, no in the same manner that I did.
You're not even selling. You're not even selling what you are. What you are.
Yeah.
You're not even selling your product here. So why are you asking me?
But when G Fuel comes to knocking on the Finnish doors, I know you will be the rep bringing the G Fuel energy over there.
Yeah, sure. I'll be. Well, depends on the depends on the fee. Let's put it that way.
Ah, yes, naturally. Yeah, I mean, we're not about to fall victim to some kind of hypothetical G Fuel pyramid scheme. I mean, we need our money on commission day one of the process. We've learned enough.
Now we're talking about some G Fuel MLM here.
Yeah. We've learned enough in our workings in the world of esports to demand the money on day one.
Not to be mean, but some people obviously haven't.
We individuals have learned our lesson, and many organizations have not. That is definitely true. And looks
okay,
like
we finally have a match. We have Sabin again.
Yep. That's
and
Fire Fist Sabo, a fellow New York City resident who has probably played Hearthstone pretty frequently over the course of the game's life offline at one local NLBC. You may have heard of it.
Yep.
Be ready for a helping of aggression from Sabo, who likes to play patiently at first with Mika and then take advantage of the built-in Oki off of her command grabs to the best of her ability. Against Falk, that ability is pretty good overall. You are only worried about a very slow EX reversal in her EX Psycho Schneide.
Yeah.
It's like Psycho Upper, but with a stick and in German, Schneide. And pink for both of them? Did they coordinate? It's beautiful.
Well, I think thing with Mika's Dreamstone Oki is right is that mid screen I think it's just completely be shiftable. So you don't you don't have to, but everything becomes a lot riskier when you get to the corner.
Yeah, I hadn't considered the consequence of fee shift on Brimstone's Oki. It's still +2 after the dash, even at mid-screen, so she's in range of a confirmed like light, like stand like one light one. But maybe she can read V-shift with something like drop kick for a full combo pickup. I feel like the two actions are about the same speed, but I'm making conjecture. It's up to the players to show us. And so far, it's Arturo showing us how to play billiards with Psycho energy.
She has ways of dealing with it, but you actually have to kind of read the opponent doing the V-shift, which makes everything a bit harder.
Yeah, Mika did not bring her glasses to this fight. She just brought a paper mask. She's not trying to read. She can hardly see. But you don't need to read.
No.
You just gotta see that Nadeshko hit, juggle off of it, find a throw on back throw to the corner. Certainly dead. And a great way of setting up the kill. A lot of Mika players like to maximize damage, but in this case with Sabo choosing EX Wingless Airplane, you get much better Oki from a knockdown like that, and it's a guaranteed timing because there's only a quick rise option. EX Wingless Airplane counts as a throw rather than a strike.
Well, he's playing against Falk, so you want the setup instead of the damage.
Yes, and speaking of setup, setting up a meaty light kick in order to deny EX Psycho Schneid, but the second one works. Fire Fist Sabo thought that just one optimal use of scientifically valid pressure was enough. Not this time.
And Sabo is pretty. He's okay. He's pretty cautious here. Gets a good jump in though.
And Arturo
Yeah.
caught back rising after the MIKA Peach combo ender led to a very meaty forward medium kick for Sabo. That Sobot is quite plus against back rise, so do be careful.
Ooh, and that's gonna be it. Oh, no, not quite! No, not
Huge
quite!
up and a full corner pickup from Arturo, who now has a huge chance to convert into death.
Not dead yet, but okay.
Robbie
Gets
T.
another Shiko.
And
the Phoenix giant swing.
That was so close to being out of range. Arturo was holding back the whole time, trying to deny the threat by using movement, but Falk is not light on her feet. She's holding that heavy staff with all of the psycho energy imbued in it. It weighs like 40 pounds. She is not moving quickly. And Mika's ready to take advantage with the assistance of Nadeshko for the empty jump grab for the finish. It was exactly what I was hoping to see from Sabo. Calculated and patient play, not trying to take too much damage, just flailing into limbs, but you know you'll take a couple. You're never discouraged by them. And two big jump-ins throughout that first game also led to devastating corner position for Sabo.
Yeah. Ooh, tries to drop kick.
Yeah, and Furby unfortunately wasn't there for the punish that they wanted against dropkick, even despite jumping it.
That's a splash. That's okay.
And she exits the corner with grace. Mika down medium punch used to be such a titan in the world of anti-air, but Furby makes it look like a joke.
Ooh. And now Kirby is looking really good here.
Maybe
Sabo.
a raw activation in this game. Sabo's got a
Sabo.
first
Ooh, okay,
that's
good.
medium punch.
That's good. Yep. Sit up. Okay.
Out of the range of confirms. We're basically at the same place that we started. I mean, now Mika can kill in one jump in. She could kill if she gets a V skill with one button into a command grab, but wasn't able to load it up. And it's pretty rare that Mika will ever have time to get V skill outside of corner setups during a stun or a combo. So Arturo fights back.
Okay, empty jump, medium punch, gets a hit, and now it's looking. Now it's a Mika round.
The Oki was very decent, but as you get closer trying to pursue Oki, it gets more and more difficult to anti-air cross-ups. Arturo knows that the player has to move forward to insert a mix-up, and Sabo unable to keep him off the ground.
Ooh, that's good jumping.
Frame trapping off a forward medium kick post back rise. You see how plus that is? You have to quick rise it, but Mika newly in this patch is only -2 if you block and quick rise. So denying the meat is super important.
And
Unfortunately,
Sabo is kind of hesitant now to anti because he's been getting caught by the dive kick a few times.
Yeah, against dive kick, I think jump medium punch from Mika could be a good choice. It does keep them in a...
Just cashed it out, and now we're in last round for Sabo.
Last round fighting from a meter deficit, but if you land enough meterless brimstone command grabs, Mika can build a lot of meter real fast, all while initiating a ton of stun and a corner push and just straight into a jump in. I mean, prayer answered.
Oh no. Gets a light confirm.
Welcome. And Sabo so cognizant of the situation in the air, didn't press any jump buttons that they typically would because Sabo knew that if they landed, they could get a full punish and a crush counter against a happenstance Psycho Schneid. One hit away, one throw could do it too. Regular throw gets backlash.
Yep.
It has to be a Falk comeback sequence. How many V-skill set play tools could we possibly see inserted in the next 61 seconds? Could Arturo possibly win this playing slowly?
And Sabo could just chill though.
Yeah, Mika's light kick is a great closer here. She could kill with 2 or 3 of them. Can definitely kill with 2 of them. 1 of them now with this Grey Life.
Yeah.
And it's medium punch.
And a medium punch, yeah.
5-frame classic. Even without the benefit of hit confirming it into EX shooting Peach, you still can toss it out as a way to contest the space. It's only a 5-frame button. The danger begins at the hitbox to hurtbox ratio it possesses. It's a
Yep.
sword normal. The danger amplifies when she confirms it in EX Peach, as we saw Sabo do many times throughout the set, that demonstrated how powerful Mika is regardless of the new V-shift. She can use it to her benefit too. So that's Sabo. Still advancing through winners. It's rare that NYC Furby, Arturo Sanchez, FGC Sabin, as you may know him, has to make a loser's run here in Casa, but at their pace,
Well,
it may be a loser's jog, maybe a walk even, knowing that they're playing Falk. No floating with Sim.
This early, that's the thing, because they what was it, round 2? Oh no, round 3. It was round 3. So okay.
Yeah, that's like a loser's half marathon to go to losers that early in a 39-player Casa bracket, the likes of which we see often, but only today will we bear witness to today's bracket. That's the thing you can count on. You know, it may seem silly to emphasize, but every single tournament bracket is always so different to an extent that we could never possibly even comprehend. Like numerically, so many things can happen. So the fact that so many people consistently win or place top 3 is even more impressive than it may seem.
So now we have Fluxwaves, and we see Chun Nation returning.
And Fluxwaves is the name that comes to mind first, discussing the theme of consistency in tournament performance. Fluxwaves has won more of these than any other player, and has not just put Poison on the map for the online North American region, but cemented that the map is hers to be conquered. This character has been a warrior throughout the past season, and she's still looking pretty strong in this one. Mostly nerfs overall to things like damage and offensive capability. You'll see that move right there is only +1 rather than +2, so Chun's able to deny a throw mix-up with a crouch light kick, her 3-frame choice. I hope Chun Nation knows that going into this one. You gotta be aggressive on defense sometimes when you can.
But we are close to him. Okay, that jumping does it so that we are not close to even anymore. And one good hit will do it. Okay, that was a poorly spaced Molotov, giving Chun Nation the chance.
Molotovs denied, both of them. Wasted compared to the Chun V-trigger, which is paying off huge.
Try to go for... Oh no.
And the classic battle between Jump In and Anti-Air was won today by the evil Jump In team. That's the team I'm on in this too. I think it was just a little bit too shallow of an Anti-Air choice. Chun Nation picked the right one for close jumps and cross-ups, but at that range, Chun might have to light kick instead. A little bit further of a range that Poison rarely jumps at, you might see heavy kick Anti-Air from Chun. Crush counter potential on that one is nice. Both of these characters know a thing or two about rewarding Anti-Airs. That may be why we see less jumps. Oh yeah, there's that spacing.
Jumping no?
Yeah, Flux is jumping from really far away at a range that most Chuns are uncomfortable anti-airing because they have to pick the heavy kick, which is super slow.
Now that light kick is less of an option. It's kind of good.
Yeah, there's that heavy kick, right?
Yeah.
Crush counter too. Didn't see the EX combo, saving the meter now for a stun.
Yes, the V-trigger too. Okay, try to go for the Kikosho.
And that's 2 reversals of Grey Life damage now. I mean, Flux could use...
Oh, but this jumping though.
Looking to save meter instead of spending it. And it pays off for Chun Nation, who now saves 2 bars going into the next round where you're fighting against 3-bar Flux Waves. That decision will prove wise. A boon to them going into this one for sure. A V-skill
down forward heavy kick. You don't see that too often, though.
Yeah, so now V-skill down forward heavy kick. That is so rare. I missed that thing. Oh wow! Both players just exploding with 80 seconds on the clock. We're around half-life for both of them. Flux Waves in and out.
Yep.
Having successfully opened up freedom for canceling.
Oh no! Trying to go for a delay throw after the.
No, it was the wrong choice of call.
Oh, and again the delay throw.
I think Flux Wave's only way to kill there was to use the EX down forward special, which still does less damage per strike, but allows more time for the fire to do damage so that you can kill by the last hit. Though I do love the style of the quarter circle back upward EX heart rate, and it does do more damage on paper. Either way, it's been a big day for full jump in combos, hasn't it?
Yep. It's starting with a crush counter. CHUN-LI trying to jump in. Okay, there's the leg. There's the air legs. We haven't seen those too much.
Using it like a movement tool, like a Honda player off of a neutral jump to move forward. It's a crafty way to get in, and I think creativity is essential when you're playing against keep away characters like Poison, who aren't only using projectiles. It's mostly strikes.
Jumping team wins again.
Yes, that an agent of chaos, and perhaps it's fitting then that her V trigger is a Molotov,
Team
inserting
jumping.
anarchy with. Oh, that's the combo that kills. Look at those hit sparks fly.
Yeah.
And so, disorder in the grid 2 today as Flux moves on to potential set point over CHUN-LI. CHUN-LI, though, airborne from the heavy kick, able to land a hit. Didn't combo off of it, though.
Yeah. Trying to go for an anti-heart rate there, but...
Like the way that Flux rolled pretty far past CHUN-LI, so that walking back might be a little bit more attractive of an option, and then Flux went low, fittingly, looking to catch walkbacks. CHUN-LI, though, adamantly charging and blocking.
Had a good lead, though. And there we go.
Explosive anti-air. Yeah, that is a solid and thorough adaptation. I think CHUN-LI needs to keep that anti-air on deck in order to have a chance to cake back this set.
Empty jump medium kick.
Yeah, it's still punishable. -4 on the Hizanshu. I think Fluxwaves was looking for the answer as to if it was or wasn't, and found it right there. On the next leg kick punish, you'll surely see an EX move.
Ooh, okay, but that's just -2. No worries.
I like trying to convert there, optimizing every bit of damage that you can. It's safe to try, too, if they block it. Only guaranteed damage you could take is from a V-reversal.
Team jumping is losing. We haven't had any successful jumpings this round.
Yes, but when one comes, how much damage will it do?
Oh no.
I'm willing to believe that Team Jumpin may lose now.
Oh no.
Extra hard to V-skill, too.
Oh, trying to go for a stump.
But out of range, whiffing. We're scrambling now. Oh! A crouch heavy punch controlling the space that was about to be invaded by an EX cartwheel overhead from Flux Waves, which I think Flux surely could have taken that round with.
Was that a stomp attempt, or was that an air legs attempt? That's the question, though.
It was probably stomp into air legs attempt, and maybe done a little bit too early so that stomp doesn't make contact, and then there's nothing to cancel into. And doing it early is not just a simple mistake. You're considering quick rise and back rise for your timing on a lot of these things.
Yep.
So reacting can be a little bit difficult, naturally. And Fluxwaves actually lost a great deal of positioning if they're trying to play this the zoning style. While crossing under with your anti-air is great for a mix-up opportunity, sometimes you got to consider the long-term detriment that it may have in your game plan. Yet still, Fluxwaves still facing the left corner where they put themselves. Oh, proudly taking back the space with the on your knees, frame trapping afterwards, but CHUN-LI still blocking, looking for a V-trigger activation.
Yeah, there's the activation. Oh.
A little bit too early on the meaty stand medium punch attempt, so CHUN-LI gets a backdash.
Trying to dash in, getting clipped.
Could we see a super as a reaction maybe from CHUN-LI? It will surely kill now. It's a full screen tool. You could use it to react to any of the poison stances. Whether she holds heart rate or not, you can still punish.
Dash in throw.
Is it the old-fashioned way from CHUN-LI? Facing only a V-reversal now from Flux. If one of those goes away, chip will be an option. Oh, yeah, chip's about to be... Hey, it's an option now. Look out for all of these heavy punches. Yeah, it's guaranteed.
There we go. That's checkmate.
Yeah, that was perfect penmanship for the story of that round from CHUN-LI. We were all able to follow and predict it as it happened, and that's testament to fundamentally sound classic CHUN-LI play, where the round feels like a foregone conclusion once she gets away from it.
Dash in. Okay, not too bad.
One hit stun situation, and Hizanshu
not gonna kill with this.
Definitely not, but the Oki's pretty good on spinning bird. Oh, and it's
Oh,
another throw bait from Hazachu. We're not ready for it, are we? Nobody was ready for Chun Nation Hazachu throw baits. There were like 3 for 3, maybe 4 for 4 on the use of the tool against V-Shift. We've seen it used against Throw Tech, and it's been successful every time. What a game changer. And a bracket changer. Chun Nation with what we in the Casa would have to consider statistically an upset, but
Yeah.
that Canadian Chun up there, UGM, Canada's the nation of Chun now, tonight in the Casa. Look forward to it.
Meanwhile, we got
Space Boy being invited.
Against Adnan.
They've definitely played plenty. But both players that enter tournaments quite frequently out of habit. Adnan, we know as the aggressive Dulcim, according to his own self-description. One of the most avid users and proponents of the float cross-up air light kick. That's his classic finisher. It's more difficult for him to finish you with that now that we all know that he does do it, thanks to the commentator spoiling it. But it's still sim from him.
And now it's even riskier because now if you hit the sim in the air when he's floating, you're gonna get a Tekken combo. So
yeah, which is so funny. As long as you hit with a medium or heavy, so jabs won't give you the full combo that you might want from them. But I have seen so little sim since the patch because of how frightened and upset the sim nerfs have made some sim players that I haven't actually seen anybody optimize against a sim V-skill float combo choice. Like, I'm waiting to see someone squeeze the damage out of the floaty Tekken combo that you can hit on him. So hopefully Spaceboy will demonstrate. I know Sakura with a quick 5-frame stand medium punch could check an aggressive teleport, but Adnan might not be throwing out the teleports or air teleports so riskily. So I think Spaceboy will have to earn it. Maybe though, one of those charge fireballs traveling at a surprising speed could hit a V-skill 1 float from Adnan. And I think with Sakura's V-skill roll attack, you could probably get a pretty long-range confirm out of that juggle state. That'd be cool. And you wouldn't even need... That's not even a Season 5 specific thing. Sim would always be juggled by a fireball, so... I just thought of that now. Maybe Spaceboy hears me and will heed my call, because it sounds like it would make for a pretty cool mid-match combo video. Match starts now, though. It's not a combo video, it's full competitive Street Fighter V action, which means we're whiffing buttons from full screen and landing a jump-in combo at the start of the round.
Another win for Team Jumpin.
Yes, and a big one, too. A jump-in feels best against Dulcim, and it's easier to land them on him now as well. His down medium punch anti-air has been slowed down by a frame. That's pretty critical.
And the system-wide change to jabs. That's also a big thing for Dulcim in particular. Okay. And interesting. Just avoids the V-trigger 2
entirely, but can't avoid all of it now. And Adnan even combos off of it, mounting the start of a sun sequence, looking for the jump like the cross, and finds another one.
Stun is close though. Okay, never mind. Stun not close anymore. And the cross up.
And you saw what came out just before the cross up ended the round. It was Dulcim's stand light punch. It is 3 frames in the air when 4 frames on the ground for startup. That means it used to be a great anti-air, but a system-wide change to lights make them not anti-air very well on the mirror. And that means Sims are suffering. The suffering is amplified when he's in the corner, as it always has been. No V-trigger cancel from Sweep. Adnan gets away unscathed and out of the corner now with an air teleport, able to use a V-trigger in a way that suits him later.
Oh no, EXDP.
And a style combo.
Oh no. Okay, trying to float in for one Oki there.
Yeah, but Spaceboy aggressively walked backwards, and I don't think Adnan was able to get the cross that they wanted.
That's not good. That would have been stun.
Sakura consistently converts so much damage out of regular hits. I don't think Adnan's ready for the level of hurt that comes on just what are medium-sized pickups for other characters. Sakura with a bar always makes him do like 400 damage.
That EX starting from lights is such a big thing for Sakura, I think.
Yeah, and Space Boy was never really at such a life deficit that they needed to V-Trigger activate, but when the time comes, I think Space Boy will be able to skip neutral with a new V-Trigger cancel install from Sakura's EX Tatsu, which goes very far and leaves her plus 12 on the cancel on block, combo on hit, no doubt. It's all on Space Boy to find a chance to use it, and this round, he's taken a little bit more damage going in, so we do have an opportunity here.
And there's a jab. There's a okay. Jab still works as anti-airs so far. We're in the corner. Oh, down forward heavy kick twice, and again. And that's gonna be a round.
Yeah. Great meaty option, right? I mean, we see it from Chun, we see it from Sakura. Flexible women with 90-degree legs on heavy buttons, landing huge combos afterwards. And
I wasn't quite prepared for the back heavy punch to can't hit like that. But...
Yeah, last time Space Boy was, though, we should pay attention to those situationally optimal confirms off of rare hits, too. Oh, yeah, Adnan's really struggling with this light punch. It was just non-existent against Sakura's jump kick. Looking like a Street Fighter 4 jab anti-air, which is to say that it doesn't exist. Does that work?
Oh,
right
no.
No,
Okay,
it's a good
just
test,
about
though.
it.
Oh, okay, now who gets to convert into super from a juggle from full screen? It's a mix-up instead.
No.
No,
No
not
mix-ups allowed.
I thought it might have been full charge to last longer, but nope. Oh, far away frame.
Okay.
God, what a huge conversion! And the only low that would reach from that angle, from that distance, is sweep, and Space Boy had V-Trigger cancel ready to back it up, so it's one of the safest situationally sealed Oki setups in the game, and Space Boy used that opportunity to seal the score on this set with a firm 2-0, looking like 4 rounds straight, maybe 4-1. It all feels like a blur because Space Boy ran it so fast. And the real story of Dulcim nerfs that we observed there was the death of that light punch anti-air.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a rough way to go. I think I feel for our broadcast team having to get these new matches sorted real quick because some matches go 10 minutes and some go 3. Space Boy at the helmet might be a 2-minute match for the next one. Who knows? Trying to see what's going on over down here in winner's bracket. I'm going to give this challenge a refresh and give the rest of our stream chatters an opportunity to check out the same thing that we're exploring. That one was 2-0. Let's see. We're reporting these scores correctly in here too, so maybe you like to keep tabs on who's doing well or who's playing competitive sets. Rager Demon had a close one against Hardman, just a 2-1 victory. Rager Man in losers round 4 has the opportunity to play either Flux Waves or BBW Messiah. I hope BBW Messiah, Rasan, our resident Abigail for the evening, is excited for the chance to play our #1 seed in the Poison versus Abigail matchup. In that matchup between a character that, you know, what I'll say is this: Poison kind of ran Hugo around and owned Hugo's soul and owned Hugo's existence as a wrestler and a performer. So Hugo is Poison's no stranger to big bodies and dominating them and owning them. And in that matchup, in my opinion, in my experience, I also struggle. So have fun, Flux Waves, and for the rest of our players in winner's bracket where we're still streaming, be excited for whatever comes up next, because these are winners top 8 qualifying matches.
We do have Pollinator and Crouch Fierce, so we're gonna have URIEN versus Pong.
Yeah, that'll be it. A matchup that I'm not sure everyone can say that they've seen. Oh, it could be. Yeah, Zeku's on the player card for Pollinator, but I don't think Pollinator actually plays Zeku. And you can maybe tell that from the fact that the Zeku's level 0, but let's say if your stream's running in 240p and you couldn't see that, I'm here to say it for you over the course of 10 whole seconds, serenade your eardrums, and then stop, because it's time to stop. It's time to welcome Fawn into the fold, and it's banned color Fawn. Looks like Pollinator has decided to show some disrespect and instantly lose the first game as a result of not following our CPT guideline fighters rule set here. Crouch Fierce doesn't seem to mind though.
Yeah. So what's the consensus on this? Does Pollinator lose the round, or does Crouch Fierce need to call it? call it before he's anything has happened.
Yeah, Crouch Fierce. Maybe, you know, if I were running this tournament, maybe I would give Crouch Fierce the option to play the set, and if they win, not mind. But if they lose, they can call the rule. And with setups like that, where you air reset them, one hit away from stun, it was looking like a surefire win. But this time, it is Pollinator's time to shine and show Fang's V-Trigger in the process. It's V-Trigger 1, so that V-Skill actually dissipated projectile layers. That's a new change. Nishikyu with the tag, poison damage.
Oh, no.
In effect, a purple haze.
In the corner. Yep.
One more of those and it's over.
Okay. Pollinator is just okay. He's
oh! EX dodge with EX knee. Not EX knee, excuse me. EX shoulder followed by the other shoulder. Didn't quite do the kill-worthy damage that Crouch Fierce might have been looking for, but it almost did.
Both are neutral jumping. that's fun.
Yeah. I love the awareness and situational optimization to EX shoulder and EX dodge on reaction from full screen, knowing that your active frames will cover that dodge no problem.
Oh no. And that's going to be good damage. And the next thing will stun, and that's dead.
It'll stun really loudly if it is a crush counter in addition to a stun causer. You see bird particle effects and stun at the same time. I mean, and crush fire.
Okay, EX slides away. Whiffing those counter crush kicks. And now in the corner.
And even against regular dodge roll from Fang, Crouch Fierce still brings out EX shoulder, and has just demonstrated great neutral coverage. Definitely needs a V-Trigger activation sequence though to get some offense started. You thought it could be end just by blocking twice and then taking a throw? Hell no. Block 3 times. Third time's the charm.
That's gonna be it, yeah.
Wow. Pollinator. I really hope that whatever flora and fauna may be past the walls of this grid stage are enjoying all of the purple spores that Fawn is tossing in every direction, firing on all cylinders with the purple stuff. Even V-Skill 1 was making a difference in this matchup. Giving Fawn... I mean, you remember that the typical complaint with V-Skill 1 was that you can't actually do anything with Fireball Wars in it. Now with Trigger, he actually can. And instantly, it makes a difference.
I mean, V-Skill 1 is really good. Regardless, I mean, it's a really quick way of getting a V-bar. I mean, I think Fang is one of those few characters that can have a almost full health bar, and have a full V-trigger bar, thanks to the V-Skill 1.
Yeah, you just gotta lay it on him, and all of your V-trigger activations come from 2-bar starters. So you get to stay in this mode pretty frequently, maybe even twice per round if you use it enough. Yeah, right. Deadly poison. It's doing chip damage too. At this range, one throw could kill for Pollinator. Even a lucky throw tech could kill. There's the throw tech.
Yeah. Oh no, that's not gonna kill yet, but that's gonna be really close.
It's guess for your life circumstances, but Pollinator does have Fang Sweep. It was coming out, but it got counter hit by URIEN's low-medium kick, which was pressed just a tad sooner. And the tad is the scientific unit that determines life or death in Street Fighter V in a clutch situation like that.
Yeah, that Exotoja -2 on block, and lots of Fangs like pressing buttons after that because it does leave you in an awkward range.
A long range too, where Fawn's buttons, a little bit longer than typical characters, may shine at the range it pushes you to, even if you're slightly negative.
Okay.
Yeah, Crouch Fierce just
Relay, yeah.
looking for a way to apply some cheap Grey Life with a V-Shift, but Pollinator staying strong on the defense. Even willing to chase down... Oh no, would rather have URIEN come to him. Okay, well, now we got the chase down. Long range counter hit conversion off low medium kick.
Doesn't do too much here. Okay, oh, that's a good one. And we gets hit by the V-skill poison, the trigger poison.
But what we really got hit by was the psychological damage inflicted tremendously by Fawn being under URIEN's legs during the round win pose. What a freeze frame. Classic medium punch Rio Bendo whiff punish. A very safe buffer tool for Fang to apply chip and some Grey Life with.
Slides
on
out.
the reversal, always among the hardest to punish, at least since it got buffed a couple seasons ago.
And
all the way to the corner
super.
off super. Excellent choice, because now we got a mix-up situation. One more throw kill.
And Crouch Fierce is close to death here. Any good hit will kill.
And so, in such close circumstances, you got to bring out the whack stuff. Wacky.
Oh,
3 on the head.
okay.
Off the mirror.
Pollinator just jumps in. There was no need to do that. Man.
So aggressive. It's that killer instinct that you feel when you're so close to ending the tournament set, winning the upset against yourself, but instead it gets extended. This is the result that all the spectators usually like most, so I'm a little happy we've seen it. We get to see another game between these two tall titans going at it with all of their purple energy combined. Whether it's the metallic aura of Aegis or the purple Kool-Aid of Fawn, spawned by the red body, which I maintain is a banned color under the Capcom Pro Tour rule set. Quarrel kick.
Pollinator already has V-trigger here.
Oh, Fawn's floaty jump. The only kind of jump that would reach in that situation, I feel, is Fawn's. Not landing on the fireball either. And that's exactly what Crouch Fierce was holding that fireball for.
Oh no.
Tired of these floaty jumps.
Yeah. Oh! Goes under with the cold crush.
Fawn privileges. He gets to rush you down regardless. Yeah, a lot of characters like to choose those low-profile meaties to use against URIEN Headbutt on Wake Up, but Fawn can just do it in the middle of his rushdown. Regardless, though, as cool as that highlight may be, Crouch Fierce converting off of a Quarrel Punch, demonstrating familiarity and comfort with URIEN. Knows exactly what to be looking for off of each button.
Fast frames, and we're slowly inching towards the corner here. Pollinator is just backing off though.
Oh! In the middle of the combo, because of course they're going to release it. Pollinator knows your habits. You are but a flower in his garden. Casa just got a whole floral department. We are bearing witness to the pollination of millions of new flower species right now. Pollinator.
And that was a poor man's perfect as well. I don't think he...
Fawn getting richer, spending the X bar, the wealth that he's accrued in his domination of the flower industry.
Oh no. Okay, gets it.
Checking immediately.
Yeah.
Crouch Fierce can take that as a note to maybe look for a frame trap next time.
Oh no. Crouch Fierce looking kind of bad for him. He's poisoned. He's getting hit by all this wacky offense.
But an Aegis is available. It will never come. Not today. Not in this side of the bracket anyway. It is Pollinator's day today. And after bearing witness to this Pollinator winners bracket run, which earns them a spot in winners bracket top 8, we are looking down at losers. We see the likes of Crouch Fierce, previously Flux Waves in losers as well.
Yep.
Arturo Sanchez, NYC Furby. Players that aren't too familiar with the circumstances down there. I mean, don't try to scare them too much. It's new territory for them, a new day. You know, Don't hit him with
Yeah.
too many hazing rituals in loser's bracket, let me tell you. And if any of them run into each other, I mean, bless the people in winners who then don't have to play one of the classic Casa champions. That's CCC, but none
Rasan
of the
is
C's
saying,
sound similar.
Flux is out, I washed him.
Flux is out, I washed him. Okay.
Okay.
Let me refresh that bracket for verification on that. It doesn't I don't see results on that one yet. I eagerly await them. Whoever wins that gets to play Rager Demon. Presumably plays a character with a demon, so that could be Akuma or Kage. Haven't seen Akuma in a while, but I know Z's Nuts is in the bracket tonight. They lost in winners round 3 to Shocks, which means Shocks is playing Sabo next for winners top 8. The winner of that is blessed with the chance to play Pollinator, and you might want to bring a mask when you play Pollinator because the pollen is dangerous. It is not something meant to be inhaled in large quantities, no matter how delicious it looks with its purple haze aura. It'll remind you of the Kool-Aid of your childhood, but you need to deny it. In the same way that I won't be denied another chance to tell you about the Matcherino. You should use our coupon code to spawn 50 cents into our pot. And by you, I also mean the friends that I know you have that are fighting game adjacent. You can explain this real quick. All they have to do is type Casa SF547 into the contribute bar at the top right of the Matcherino page. And just like that, we all walk home a little bit more happy with our achievements tonight. And maybe a little bit more compensated for them.
Call your mom, call your dad, call the CEO of the company you're working at. Tell them to use that code.
Yes, please do. And if you got any group chats with like 100+ people in them, maybe someone random will do the chat, do the challenge, the coupon codes out of curiosity. A couple of those quests in there, as we know, can be done with just 4 clicks total. Be sure to hit them up. I know our players will appreciate it, especially these potential winners top 8 placers. Winners top 8 placers are just 2 matches shy of being guaranteed a chunk of that Matcherino change. And a chunk of that Matcherino change is night changing. I'm not going to say life changing, but with $60 in there so far, that would change my night. I could buy a season pass for a popular fighting game release with that kind of money.
So, Sabo embracing the spirit of the casino with the casino bunny girl outfit.
Oh yeah, beautiful. I like a player that can play different outfits and still be comfortable with their character. It shows you're a real character loyalist, willing to explore and expand the character's horizons, express themselves in different ways for the different moods you may feel.
Okay, there's an activation
In
though.
this matchup, your mood is always stressed because you're lacking in defense options. V-shift might have to be brought out here against these brimstones. They're dangerous.
Ooh.
And a full punish.
Okay, miss.
Sabo thought they were in range of clap,
Yep.
but then hesitated.
Being kind of cautious here.
And Zifu's been holding out of the life lead the whole time despite being on defense. It could be lost soon. A medium punch hit confirm guarantees that loss. We need Zifu to find an activation point. Is heavy kick coming out? It's a question of when. He's ready.
Yep.
Uncontested on the way in. A V reversal is the perfect response. That leaves Mika pretty meter positive going into this situation.
That's death.
EX is real valuable for confirming off those counter hits. And even if it's not just stand medium punch into EX Peach in neutral, it's also off counter hit light punch for the most reactable counter hit confirm in history.
And now in the corner after the brimstone, and okay, just hits button out. That's good playing.
Solid pickups, frame traps the whole way. Sabo willing to take the chip and Grey Life and has already built it back a little bit more. Grey Life got stolen by a medium punch buffer. This button's always been pretty good from Alex, but now even on block, it's incredibly rewarding.
Okay, gets tagged by another Ishiko though.
Tip of her boot. We thought Alex Stomp might have been high enough. Not me, I doubted it. I know Nadeshko doesn't let me down.
EX slash, and that's gonna be death.
Backdash from point blank into a lariat crush counter. What could it have been from Sabo that got crush countered in that circumstance? I don't know. Mika's like to do maybe it could have been a V reversal. I don't know. Which those come out as heavy kick.
That or maybe he was expecting a throw. Who knows?
Yeah, no clue
But
personally.
looking good for Sabo though.
Ah, yeah, Zifu was expecting
Yep.
to throw on that one. And here's a mic setup.
And now there's the buff. Gets another one.
Yeah, keep in mind.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a cancel instead of a link buffering. If that were canceled into a command grab with the V-skill buff,
Yeah.
we could have seen a kill there.
There we go.
Yep. Nothing to stress about, though. Sobot will always be your friend. You can use that as liberally as a Guile player used to use it before his got nerfed compared to Mika's. Mika's out there -2 on hers, while Guile's crying behind those sunglasses with his -4. Times have changed. The grapplers are winning neutral from mid-range now. Mika's always been doing this secretly, though. Alex players, though, they do pretty well in mid-range. Thanks to buttons like that.
All Mika needs is a Sonic Boom, and then I'll pay her.
Yeah, for sure. Alex, I feel like the next buff to his Lariat, which has been buffed every season in some capacity, will be that it either dissipates or reflects projectiles.
Oh no, that was a bit early on the command grab. Okay, gets a Brimstone, and now the party begins. Okay, drop
And
kicks
Zifu's
himself into the
all
corner.
way out. Yeah, unfortunate. Specific exchange.
Good jump in though. Sabo has been really good with jump ins.
Great Oki on
Okay.
this combo.
Switching sides.
Looking for jump over instead of dash under. Not a real mix-up in that situation, and not even in range of any mix-up situation. Oh, she came back in and got stomped on. Wow.
Okay, but that's what he was. That's what he was trying the first time.
Zifu was caught with his hands in the air, shoulders up, charging that V-trigger. Sabo knows how throwable that is, and Mika's got plenty of range and speed on her throw to grab it. Alex, though, also a 5-frame grab user, and has inserted themselves a huge life lead assertively. Good punish with Stand Light Punch, the 4-frame classic.
And now the party begins again.
Unable to walk
Splash.
under the potential crossover thanks to Body
And
Splash.
Lady Mika again. And Lady Mika is one of those things if you V-shift, you are not. She's still kind of plus afterwards.
Yeah, V-shift takes a nice long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, Ruby was
no.
super. Look, I'm gonna say that if V-skill were here, it's guaranteed dead, but he's dead anyway. Oh, never mind.
Not
Damn.
dead. But doesn't
crap.
make this okay. Okay, then never mind. That's not gonna hurt though. Guard breaks aren't that bad, but that will hurt.
But what about an Alex comeback with no VT? Zifu has to make that now to stay into the set.
This
Uncontested.
Sabo
in
still
the
has
air.
one Nadeshiko left. Okay, doesn't even
Ooh.
need it.
Yet it's possibly the most costly execution error you can have is getting a command grab in neutral when you're trying to walk around, maybe doing some crouching. That command grab there might have been an attempt at a
Yep.
crouch heavy punch anti-air, which could lead to full combo. Instead, Sabo lands atop Alex's head and grabs a fry out of his hair, takes a bite of it, and offers some to Nadeshiko because Nadeshiko and Mika are moving on to winner's side top 8 here in Casa. Unfortunate to be matched up against a 2v1 like that. The odds are almost
Yeah.
insurmountable. There's some other 2v1 characters you can play in this game, though, to stand a chance and make it 2v2 against Mika and Nadeshiko. You can always do Abigail and his Tyre. You can name the Tyler whatever you want. I personally named mine Tyler for the rhyming potential. Tyler the Tyre.
I don't think this is a good DF for Abigail tires.
I don't think so either. He got a couple nerfs tossed his way, but overall, there's some changes that also work well for him, function like buffs, and it's comfortable for him to gain V-shift as well because that big man has never before moved backwards so quickly as he does with his V-shift. It's pretty interesting that all of those are universal ranges for V-shift, including the V-break. I didn't expect it, but I welcome it because it makes our responses to them offensively a little bit more uniform and predictable and practicable and practical. That's a lot of P words.
Well, it's kind of a shame Karin doesn't have the intro she had in Alpha 3, where she had like one of her butlers preparing to fight. Before
Shibasaki, I think is his name.
Yeah,
in Street Fighter
Shibasaki.
V.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't I'm pretty sure the Shibasaki voice actor is a URIEN player in Street Fighter V.
Okay. That's why they don't let him be part of the actual. They don't bother modeling and do any models for him. They're like,
yeah.
URIEN players don't deserve anything good in their lives.
Yeah, so it's a miracle that Shibasaki's voice actor was able to land the gig while piloting the Illuminati vice president in this game. I don't know if he set out to do so before Street Fighter V released, because URIEN was DLC. So maybe he had the insider info that URIEN would be in there and he would be playing URIEN, thanks to the production process. I don't know, though. Very few things are certain in the realm of fighting games and in the realm of video game development and voice acting. Two jobs, positions that take a lot of organization, sometimes union organization. In the fighting game community, we have people making their own clans and groups for online training in these days. That's a form of organization too. And so when you play up here in the Casa, you're representing everybody that has helped you become the player that you are today. Keep that in mind as you fight high-stakes matches for loser side top 8. It's BBW Messiah, who did indeed, quote, smoke Flux Waves 2-0.
Welcome.
The stream is on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just lost the Discord feed, that's all. So in the meantime, though, always mashing on that Matcherino with the same intensity that I mash my crouch light punch, a 3-frame button. Let's see how many times I can put this code in here before Nightbot yells at me. Okay.
To have a 3-frame button, that would be the dream. Shame my jabs are 5 frames, and the closest thing, the fastest button I have is a really short range standing light kick.
There are only 2 characters whose dream to have a 3-frame were fulfilled over the course of Street Fighter V. Can you name them? They were both stand light kick going from 4 to 3 frames.
Was Nash one of them?
Yes, Nash was one. The other was Bison. Yeah. And that's funny because those 2 characters have a pretty violent rivalry. One of them is responsible for killing the other and also giving the other a 7-3 matchup.
When was the Bison one? Because it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been quite a while since.
It was season 1 to season 2.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe season 2 to 3, but I assume not. Either way, I believe this is the BBW Messiah action that allowed Messiah's status to be cultivated to Messiah level. You need this level of play and aggression to beat players like Flux Waves in matchups that I was just talking about earlier, as if they should be feared. Messiah's got no fear, though. He knows the people will be praying for him, to him, either way.
And Razor Demon has this Razor Gear. And
blending
got all of these these lights going.
Yeah, with Akuma's step theme blasting in the background. Akuma's wearing all of the party dance tools. He's got the what are those things called?
Yeah, and he's dead.
One with the dark rings. Oh, brought the whole party with him with that super combo. Maybe we'll see a little bit more patient play from the start of this round from Venom Spider, trying to build back some of those resources. Yes, safely applying some red fire.
Rasan is kind of just walking. Oh no. There's a good jump in. Okay.
Yeah,
and it all.
Abigail Punch being a combo ender of so many hits gives you time to see if your build's super. And super gives great Oki when the opponent's cornered.
Oh, jeez.
Venom Spider has a great check, though.
That's illegal.
Yeah, sorry, I was talking about the Oki as if that's the main thing. Yeah. Also great damage, of course. Emphasized on 900 life Akuma, who's been suffering for life the whole game. And is at least free to consider what can be done next game now, free of the stressful situation that abounds when Abigail gets the life lead on you, and suddenly this grappler is laming you out, swatting you like a fly with his light punches. Dangerous stuff. Rasan playing as functionally Messiah like a robot, and he takes off some of the gear. Abigail's feeling even looser, all stretched out now after game 1. He used the costume code on the robot.
Okay, dash. And now we're doing a bit of a mid-screen shuffle here.
Shuffle is the right way to describe it. They haven't really advanced too far left or right either way. Both players kind of holding their ground. It looks like Akuma's walking back more, but he's also walking forward more by nature of his walk speed.
Rasan finally getting a jump in though, and now we're close to the corner.
It's the jump-ins that seem to be the start of everything going so horribly wrong. 2 successful interrupts on the Abigail run so far. Messiah's been canceling into them pretty recklessly. Hasn't been too discouraged from other players, but Venom Spider has now landed 2 checks on them and full combos after.
Trying to anti-air. There was only empty jump, so no dice on that.
Oh,
Okay,
no dashes on the chase.
Yeah.
Turn has been stolen.
Well, we
DP to
got
the corner.
now.
Oh! Low
Oh.
parry. Activation available for the next Oki, or looking for it now instead. Great Oki here. Finds it.
Oh no!
Not
Okay,
cross jump in.
Yeah. That could go now.
Messiah was left in a bit of a scrambly situation there. Didn't have any EX meter to combo off of the 2 lights, and so just a little bit of a touch was left over.
Okay, EXTP is out.
Keep in mind, that EXTP landed as a counter hit, meaning wake up 3-frame jab also would have counter hit. Oh, neutral jump's an excellent choice.
And going for the season 5 tech for the combo. Probably should have done something else because it was mid screen.
It could be that Spider's a little bit more comfortable at mid-screen, knowing that Abigail's reward is so much less at mid-screen compared to the corner. But with fighting this V-trigger, everything has huge corner carry if Abigail lands anything. So you can spare no expense and spare no millimeters of training stage squares on the ground.
Big cross up though, and win the corner.
Abigail able to block in time, even if the throw tech was successfully baited by forward heavy punch. Nature of slow tools. Oh!
Yeah.
Every run option has just failed in some capacity. We haven't seen any runs into parry. That may be the only option. The only way to negate that option fully is to jump to the other side and follow Abigail to the corner. Cornering him off of a stray run is a great reward in itself, so keep that in mind, Spider. Your responses have been good, but they could, situationally, potentially be even better.
Again, get back to the mid-screen shuffle. Spider kind of backing off here. And gets back in. Forward piece.
Low medium kick hit confirm, and super is there for Messiah. Now, the Oki situation at mid-screen is nowhere near as good because he's not in range of anything particularly powerful. So yes, that's why we see a dash into nothing. Oh, if EX meter were there for Messiah, we could have seen a hit confirm.
Yep, that's the activation. And we have a demon opportunity here. Okay.
That's kind of like...
That's good though.
Excellent choice! Wake up demon, 400 damage! Even against Abigail, we could see a kill! Not even.
Oh, not quite!
1100 life on Abigail. That's the only reason he's alive. Plus on this one. A low medium kick, still safe, blocking it out. Venom Spider looking to return to neutral. Challenge! Messiah still knows the frame data. You think Messiah is just trying to start parties with that big body of his, but when Akuma lands from an air fireball that's block standing, Messiah knows it's time to check. That is scientifically true. That robot did the calculation long ago, and so Messiah gets to enter this bracket, top 8 from the loser side, just narrowly stopping Venom Spider from making it as well. But I was impressed by their Akuma play, and it was the first time I'd seen it. Fitting too that we had that bright blue Akuma costume with his own theme playing on that stage. I'm impressed, and I hope to see more from them going forward. Holding forward, always a scary thing to do against grapplers, but you look with your head forward towards next Friday, hopefully come into the Casa again. We'll welcome you with open arms. and with sore thumbs as we mash our way to the end of this bracket. We're coming up on, I think, the last matches that Freya and I will be able to commentate for you today, but it has been a blast so far. We finally get to see Metro make his appearance. We had seen him in the lobby earlier, but just not in any matches.
So we got Mr. Madgear versus Metro. So both are Final Fight guys.
Ah, yeah. Mr. Madgear runs the Metro City Mayhem Abigail tournament. And I think it's cool that we got both of the Abigail matches at the end here, because we'll surely be able to see two distinctly different styles between the two of them. And in different matchups too. Comparing Abigail versus Vega to any other matchup is entirely different, because catching up to Vega and his walk speed and his air movement options is a totally different task. That said, Abigail comes equipped with an excellent full combo starter parry that works well against wall drive strike options, but anti-airing the throw or getting thrown out of the air by Vega when you go for a parry also feels real bad, because Vega gets a strong knockdown with dash guaranteed Oki follow-ups off of his wall dive grab. So scary situations all around. And fittingly, for scary situations, it's a Halloween costume.
The issue is though, Vega does have great great movement and great walk speed, but compared to Abigail, he's kind of just an annoying fly. So he really needs to put some work to get the kill.
Yeah, and he's willing to put in the work. He's an honest businessman and no longer a Metro City crime lord. He's wearing those tires for extra damage on his light punches, the fly swatters that he's going to use to try to swat Vega like the fly that he makes me to be. Damn, yo, I don't think Vega's a fly right now. I feel like he's maybe a killer bee, some kind of hornet, one of those Japanese bees.
I don't think he has anything. Okay, maybe he does have something to do with Kami. When we the floor.
That is her title. Yeah, maybe we'll call him a dangerous mosquito then. Not in sun situation then.
Oh no! But the okay. I have. That was an interesting sequence though. The V trigger whiffed, and he went straight into dash and a command grab afterwards.
Yeah, I think Metro knows that if the V trigger does hit, you won't be able to see the dash, and you'll just do whatever combo you choose off the follow up. If it whiffs, you buffer your dash, and you'll get to dash into some kind of Oki afterwards anyway. Wow, high hitbox on that punch, hit Vega out of the wall dive right in startup. Difficult to anti-air Abigail at his grappler jump range with such long horizontal range on his jump heavy punch. Mr. Madgear's been making great use of it. Oh, opts to not confirm off light, instead finds a tick off of a run from low medium.
Oh no. Okay, goes for Barcelona. Goes a bit of reset there.
Partial charge catches Metro, and a full confirm on that one. Yes, sweep puts them in a nice juggle state where they kind of float for a while. It's practically hit confirmable out of the air with how long sweep leaves them floating. Madgear knows all of this in advance, of course. All of these considerations are made while developing the game plan you use to take a round against Metro, and put yourself on the verge of taking the first game. You got to set the pace here. Oh, and that's exactly what Metro did, spending everything for 2 bars. Full corner carry on 2 stomps.
Okay. A bit of an anti there.
Jump light punch is the air-to-air fly swatter. It's been used twice now, all successfully every time.
There's the activation. Gets out.
Yeah. Wasn't really cornered yet, though, so may not have been necessary. Probably just need to get out of the punishable range of the V-skill use.
There's the V-shift. So bigger players do use it, even though they have another option there. They already had a V-shift. Now they have 2 V-shifts.
Yeah. Oh!
Well, that's it.
You know, when that lands at mid-screen, there's no guarantee that Abigail can combo into VT2, but in the corner, which Metro had just found themselves in, that's going to combo every time. And Madgear, doing so, puts themselves up 1 game. on the verge of making top 8 over Metro, who has won this tournament in the past.
I mean, no. Okay. Canceling it up around.
I think it was entirely possible that Abigail could have canceled into his armored run off that whiff and maybe found some kind of absorption of the V-shift attack. That's probably what Mad Gear wanted, but it was just narrowly a little... The startup was a little too long. EX could be faster, though. Keep an eye on that. There's EX.
Okay. Mr. Mad Gear is just holding up for it, though. Well, why wouldn't you? Because you're Abigail. Okay.
Right, risk reward is always in Abigail's favor until he loses at least 100 life. Only at that point does he have the same amount of life as you. Low check, straight into the run grab tick. Oki's pretty good here, by the way.
It will kill.
Oh! Here's a big one, and a mix-up situation. Right off the same wall. Last hit kill from Metro. See, every decision to stop combos where they were, save meter for the next dive, and then kill on the combo from that one is the result of years of experience of optimizing comeback sequences against all kinds of players. You'll never see Metro make that same kind of comeback twice, but it'll always be right when they need to.
A bit early on the crouch fierce. Doesn't get punished for it though.
Mad Gear is willing to take the combo there, but lost the real reward, which was the corner positioning. With a life lead, though, shit, you can play a mid-screen no problem.
Doesn't matter too much.
Absolutely.
He shifts out, and the next hit will kill. And
You're
there's
right.
the crouching medium.
It came on cue. Nothing a Vega player likes to do more than walk backwards. Abigail's, with his 7-foot-long legs, can make the most of that.
Now we're playing a more cautious game. Metro.
Wake up Warframe. All you need. Full faith. It's those quick wall dives that come when the corner's nearby that Mad Gear has a lot more trouble air-to-airing or anti-airing. The bigger ones with longer startup, he can jump light punch those.
Maybe that's why he doesn't want to be near the corner.
Metro building so much meter with all of these slices.
And the unblockable.
It's always unblockable, and it is always strictly to win the game or the round. I think it might even be more valuable as a game closer. I wouldn't even choose to win a first round with that. You got to use it when there's sweat on your hands, on your brow, and tension in the air. The air that I hope you can still breathe within, because we are in a Casa here. There's about 500 virtual human beings gathered here, all sweating equally while we commentate and play. Oh!
Okay, I'm lacking a bit of range there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Abigail really struggles with confirmation until he gets his EX Abigail punch.
Okay.
Oh! Whoa!
Interesting trade.
Abigail was about to take to the skies like the Vega Season 1 Infinite Rising glitch.
Trying to air the Barcelona. No dice though. And now we're here. In the corner.
The only dice we're guaranteed to see are going to have to be thrown next round, and I'm not sure what to bet on them. Metro is making a steady comeback here, finally in the driver's seat for the first time on set point. Oh, continuing to drive forward. Flipping the dice.
Yeah. Okay, he shifts out. That's good.
Metro wanted to stay in the dice roll mode, going for another command grab. V shifts there, as you said. Oh!
Okay, we're fine.
Pickup! Air-to-air effective juggling awareness. Maybe another one on the trade? Nah, that's too brave.
Not too bad though. Oh no. Gets anti-aired again.
Mad Gear has to be careful. So careful not to die in one hit. Before activation, -10 on the punch, but unpunished.
Ooh, no.
This is my last resort. It was an EX run, praying to make contact so we could see a cancel into V trigger off of EX run Abigail punch. But with no punch coming
Yep.
out, thanks to the Rose and the Vega dive annihilating the armor, Metro shows their knowledge is a key ingredient in securing themselves a spot in the loser side of our top 8. And Mr. Madgear played valiantly, really distinctly different also from Rasan. So I appreciate both of our Abigail's performances, whether they made top 8 or not. Thank you so much, Mr. Madgear, and feel free to stop by next week. Remember, we put a 9-foot doorway in here for the main room of the Casa for a reason, just for you Abigail players.
So, I think this was the end of our turn for commentary here. So we're gonna leave the floor for the next pair of cool cats to commentate.
Yeah, 6 minutes ahead of schedule. Let me check, see who we got waiting in the queue back there for commentary. I see it's Brad M. That's Brad Muse coming in next.
Yeah.
Also joining him is that Nelbomb PC on the guest commentary. Nelbomb, typical Casa registrant, a Balrog player, and a friend of many folks in the New England fighting game community. I suppose he'll be coming up alongside Brad, and I think that'll be an excellent commentary combo. But for us, we had plenty of excellent combos to bear witness to as we commentate the pools. All the rest of you enjoy the top 8. I'm Monkey Business signing off alongside Freyon.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, folks.